All right, guys. Happy Tuesday, April 23rd. Got a lot of stuff to cover. You guys absolutely crushed it over the last week and a half because we had a couple escrows that didn't hit the cutoff for the last meeting. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. But before we do so, let's go to some introductions and some welcomes. Do we have anybody here that is at a meeting for their very first time? Please raise your hand if it is your very first time at a team meeting. Once. Going twice. All right, cool. We will move on. I'm actually going to just pass it right over to you, Karina, for our quick teaching moment of the week. Let's go to you.
Got it. So there are lots of scams on the rise with property title, squatters, just random things that come up when you're selling a home. And so EXP had the LAPD detectives talking on the state meeting this week. I'll share the link to the workplace recording about it. And there's also an email to get in touch with this detective if anything goes awry in our area. He can connect us to like the right department in our area. But just a couple just helpful tips is just to get copies of your buyer or seller's IDs if possible, two different types of photo IDs. Make sure they're not the same photo. Some scammers will use the same photo for their passport and their driver's license, and we know that that can't be. So that's like a tip off. Have the notary for the signing be somebody that you trust or is a vetted notary, not somebody that they're choosing that's going to potentially be a scammer as well. Verify those proof of funds with those offers. Make sure that that money is in their name. It is part of the RPA that you have to have proof of funds. So, that shouldn't be out of the norm. Obviously, if you're working with a lender, that's great. They can help vet your client as well. Try to FaceTime your clients as much as possible, like once, maybe as an appointment and then once randomly so you can like maybe catch them because sometimes they have impersonators that are acting as if they're a certain client. Try to search your clients online, and basically that's about it. Oh, Vanna's the mobile notary. Thanks, Brian. But yeah, so that's the gist is that these scams are on the rise. Protect yourself, protect your clients. Watch the little video that they did. Detective what seemed pretty awesome. So that's
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate that. And you guys, I had dinner with Alicia Candelaria the other night, and the fraud is up for land listings. And they have a program out there that is really, really hunting down the seller. They have a series of communication that they are going through to make sure that that's a real person. What they're finding is when they actually reach the seller is like, no, I did not list my land. I'm not putting it for sale. And this is definitely a scam. So be aware, be conscious to contact people like Alicia, who has all the information, and make sure that you work closely with somebody in title if you are going on a land appointment. So it's really good information, Karina. Before vacant homes and land listings are prime targets, absolutely. Before we go any further, did I miss anybody for a contribution for first time at the meeting? No. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get right into the slides. All right, guys, let's turn the mic over to you. Tons of stuff going on. Let me present my slides here. Let's go to you guys for community contributions. What events are happening? What's going on? Are you attending an event? Are you hosting an event? Are you doing an agent-led event, whether it's NACA, whether it's communication to your community? What is it? Who's got an event coming up that they want to talk about on the call today? Go ahead and grab the mic and allow this to be your stage. Anybody have anything going on? It's really quiet today. Is that a hand, Lisa? Was that a little hand? All right, let's go, Lisa. She's got to be quiet. She's in the office.
Um, so next month, I'll be doing a homebuyer workshop with Christina um, to really target more small businesses and entrepreneurs. Um, so I'm redoing an interview with a friend who is a musician. So kind of going to group it together where a lot of musicians that watch his YouTube channel, and just educating them on how self-employed people can still, get into home loans and there's down payment. programs for them too.
All right, cool. So, sorry, you said that the event was with Christina. Do you have an Eventbrite? Can you drop it down below with all the details? And also put it in Slack?
Uh, yes, I'll do it in the next year.
All right, cool. The audio is a little choppy, but I think we got the messaging. Thank you, Lisa. We're going to move on. Let's go to Demian. Demian, you have your hand up. What's the thought contribution event that you have coming up? Let's go.
Hey, I didn't even mean to do that. Hey, but anyway, this Friday, the 26th, 8:30 to 12 is the 16th consecutive food bank volunteering session that I do. So if anybody wants to sign up, I sent Molly the link, so might be on the calendar. And then also this Friday night, me and my group, MacArthur Mays, are performing at the Oakland Museum from like 6 to 8. Free show, family friendly. So if you're in the area, come to the museum.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. And hey, congratulations to Demian. He was able to get his spot at Top Producer Dinner last week. It was his first time at a Top Producer Dinner. So let's give Demian a giant round of applause for all of his accomplishments. My man, I appreciate you. And to edify him, he took a Zillow call with everyone at the table. You know, you have senior leadership there. You have, Brian there. You have all of the top producers at this dinner. And he didn't budge, he didn't shake, he wasn't nervous at all. He handled it like a G, booked the appointment. So it's great to see how you've been showing up in our environment, to me. And so shout out to you, congratulations to making that. And if Donna's on the call, I don't see her here. It was actually her very first Top Producer Dinner as well. So congratulations to you guys, and congratulations to everyone else that was at that table. Let's continue cruising on. If there's no other events, let's keep the ball rolling. Let's go right into new escrows. All right, guys, you guys were busy the last week and a half. Blessing and Jessica got in contract for 370. Brittany got in contract for 375 and 385. And Dan Sunberg got in contract for 472. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in these categories. Let me see who I have on. Let me see if Brittany is here. All right, cool. We're going to move on to the next category. All right, guys, next up, Mark B and Patrick got into contract on a flex deal for 420. So congratulations. Love seeing this. Love how you guys have been working together as this trio and really taking over the game. So love seeing that. They are not on the call today. Let's move on to the next category. All right, guys, Ina and Ilona got in contract for 475, and Otis and Sierra got in contract for 520. I know that we have been wanting to talk about this deal, Otis, so we'll talk about that in a moment. But let's go to Ina and Ilona. Talk to us about this Ojo deal and what was the strategy, what worked, and what were you up against? Was it a multiple offer situation? Talk to us a little bit about this deal. If you guys can grab the mic and share. Let's go, Ilona.
We are shoddy service. This is for over a year. He was looking at a piece of land, and he really wanted to purchase this property. A year later, the property came back on the market, and he let us know that it was back on the market, and we went back and forth with negotiations. We were $5,000 apart, and we ended up putting it out, and we're able to finally secure the piece of land for him. So
beautiful, beautiful. Well, congratulations. Safe driving to the coast. Let's go over to Sierra. Sierra, I know that you are busy right now. I see you. First off, I want to thank you for our begonia. It is doing well, and it's in the sun right now. Not too much sun, but I want to thank you for that. But talk to us about this deal. Otis, kind of talked about this last week, but we wanted to hear from you. Let's go.
Hi, guys. So this is an online lead from Otis that I was helping him out with. And this is a student from Taiwan whose father was purchasing a property for her. She lives in the Watergate community in Emeryville, and she thought, well, why not, instead of renting, buy a property. So she was really interested in a property that had views of the bay. So that was a big deal for her. We looked at a bunch of places. She went out of town, and then literally the day she comes back, there was that was offer time for a property that really fit her needs. So we hustled to get her offer in, and there were at least like 5 other offers, I think, but she was all cash. I think the listing agent was a little nervous because it was overseas money. So there was a little bit of like apprehension, I guess, from the listing agent about that. And I learned, and Otis learned a lot about, how just verifying funds from Taiwan, what that looks like. And, we first got sent this little book that showed, I guess, the older people in Taiwan for their checking, they use a book and then there's a stamp. So it just updates their checking account or their accounts by typing out this little book. And it's like, is this really going to work? We ended up getting, something in English that worked a little better. But yeah, it was a really interesting situation. My client's really sweet. She's been very grateful for me holding her hand, even though I'm also brand new and feel like I need my hand held. So we were holding each other's hands, and Otis has been helping me the whole time, working with the listing agent because she's been kind of on us, I think, just because she's been nervous. So yeah, but it's been fantastic. We got the client exactly what she wanted, and we're almost at the end of it.
I love it. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Otis. I love the momentum that you have. You've been showing up. You ask questions, super humble. So great job to both of you guys. I love the partnership, Otis. Love how you're.
Did it help that the listing? I'm looking at it right now. Did it help that listing agent was also with our brokerage? Did that come up in conversation?
It didn't necessarily in conversation, but I noticed and I was like, all right, she's EXP. That's great. She's been super nice. I just think that she's a little bit nervous about the overseas and making sure the money is all here because it is coming in segments over time. So, but yeah, the deposit was actually already here, the EMD. It's just the final payment is actually still coming. So yeah.
Awesome.
We talked briefly, name dropped you and she was like, oh, I know Kenny. And I think that, she knows how we get down. So I think that plus, us telling her, there's no worries, like, this guy's pretty loaded. He's got the money, so we just need to make sure we get into first position. So, yeah, it's running really smooth, and she's kind of getting the best of both worlds, working with an agent that's kind of like, working with her, holding her hands when she doesn't. But she's full on fire. She's taking this like she seems like she's been in the business for at least 3 or 4 years. Her ambition and just willingness to get shit done is second to none, and I really love that about her. And then now we got the other side kind of like stalemating us after she was blowing us up. So she gets that, like, the other side being aggressive and wanting to do things. So she's really learning a lot. So I'm really glad that I partnered with her on this one because I'm learning something too.
Love it. Well, congratulations to you guys. Let's continue cruising on. All right, next category. Peter and Dewey got in contract for 580. Jen got in contract for 605, and Delaney Keenan got in contract for 610. I see Dewey in the office there. Dewey, talk to us a little bit about this deal. Tell us what worked, what the strategy was, and Chase is going to represent on behalf of Dewey. Let's go.
Tell him, Chase.
Tell him, Chase.
What's up, big dog?
This is a client that we've been nurturing for 3 years. She's been on and off. Went through a few job changes. Got laid off. Got paid a severance package. And then got rehired at another job. So she took that severance package to boost her down payment. And yeah, she called us. She was like, hey, I thought I was out. I'm back in. Like, I have 80 grand. Let's put it somewhere like ASAP. Because she's paying like 5 grand, 4 to 5 grand a month on rents. And so she's like, I need to park this money. And so 3 offers in the last 2 weeks. And this was the one that we got her in. And I'll be there.
Let me ask you a quick question. 3 years of following up, like, what was that cadence for you guys? Is that a monthly check-in? Like, what was that rhythm like?
Our systems is everything's in FUB. Everybody's categorized as ABCD. Every Tuesday right after team meeting, Peter and I meet up. Kun, a few others meet up for follow-ups and chase down all the A's to figure out when we last touched them. And if they don't, everybody has a reminder too. So if we haven't touched them, they're getting a call from us on Tuesday.
Beautiful, bro. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Peter. And shout out to Chase. Let's continue cruising on. So Kim, all the way from, God, where is she? She's in Colombia, got into contract for 670. And Vernon and Lisette got into contract on a flex deal. Lisette, I see you here live and direct. Let's go to you. Let's hear about this deal. or Vernon, whoever wants to represent, but let's go.
Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone today?
Fantastic.
Okay, so yes, this is a flex deal and super grateful because there is so many wins on this one. And I'm going to hand it off to Vernon so that he can tell you guys all about the wins on this one.
All right, cool. Let's go, Vernon.
Right on. Right. I didn't know passing the torch was in your DNA this morning.
You learn something new every day.
Praise the Lord. Yeah, super excited for our client, Alex. Yeah, it's a flex deal. Like Lisette said, we were able to, Alex wanted to stay in a particular neighborhood in Oakland. So Maxwell Park, Fairfax, that area in Oakland is specifically where he wanted to live. And very unique scenario. Alex just graduated from nursing school, came from Minneapolis, Minnesota, whose parents are in Minnesota and were putting down a substantial amount of money to help him purchase his first home. So, of course, getting a dose of Bay Area culture, he did not want to go back to Minnesota. And so we were charged with finding the perfect property for him. He had a lot of specificities. He wanted craftsmanship, but up to date, and wanted to stay in a certain community. I think I showed him, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 properties before we were able to settle on the property that we submitted. Super competitive. We beat out multiple offers, had to come in over asking. Actually went through some serious negotiations because one of the offers, both of us were countered, and we both responded to the counter and received additional counters because our offers were still the same. And at that point, it was just time to cut out the BS and get straight to it, if you will. So I was able to have a very direct conversation with the agent, and we came in 40 something thousand over asking, and was able to really get our offer accepted. Strong terms, developed a dope relationship with the agent. In this case, teamwork makes the dream work. As many of you know, I have a youth baseball travel organization, and we go all over the country to play baseball. So the moment that we were getting in the contract and negotiations were happening, we had short turnaround times for contingencies and so forth. Lisette just picked the ball up and really made sure that we were able to get, our inspections performed. And Alex crosses every T and dots every I. Although all the inspections had been performed, that was not sufficient for him. He wanted them to be performed over and over again, including a foundation inspection, which we were able to meet those timelines and get those inspections performed. We're releasing our contingency today, which we're excited about moving forward. So super happy for them. Congratulations, Lisette. Thank you for picking up the ball. And we are close to crossing the finish line. So it's good to be back on the board again. You'll see us on the board a couple of more times before the month of April ends. And looking forward to more productivity. You got anything else to add?
I mean,
Let's go. Let's go. I love it. Well, congratulations.
I do. It's a great neighborhood. I grew up there. My aunt and uncle is going to be their neighbor, and my parents live right next to my aunt and uncle.
So Liz, make sure that your family introduces themselves to Alex when he moves in. And I'm going to let him know that they've got some folks in their area that are, it's got their own personal neighborhood watch going on that street. Dope street, dope community.
Oh, yeah, sure will.
I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to Alex. Let's continue cruising on. Sunny got in contract for 780. Ina, once again, on an op city for 789,503. And Eric King and Raymond Rosales got in contract for 788,888. Brian, is Eric there, or is he out of the office now? I don't. Oh, he's okay. All right. So congratulations. I don't think everyone's on. Ina is in a bad spot. But congratulations to everybody that is on the board in that category. Let's continue cruising on. Mauricio got in contract twice, 489, 800. Cynthia got in contract twice, 675, 889. And Kun and Peter got in contract for 815. So Kun, you're right there, live and direct, my man. Let's hear from you. Talk to us about the strategy, what worked. Let's hear from you.
First time home buyers, and they were looking in San Leandro, but fell in love with a property over there in Oakland. Toured with them many times. I think we toured over like 25 to 30 homes within the last like month. We went to Hayward, we went to San Leandro, we went everywhere, and finally fell in love with one right there in Oakland, right by Mills College, Kevin Bowie's house. I don't know if y'all know where he lived, but yeah, it's right by his house. Oh, my bad.
Awesome, brother. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Peter. We'll keep cruising on. Once again, Pete and Ali got in a contract for 920. Not too sure if either of them are on. Let's see if Ali is here. He is not. Let's see if Babek is in here. Babek also got in a contract for 920. They're not here, so congratulations to you fellas, and we'll keep moving on. Mark B had a huge week. He got one in the contract for 1.258, and then another one for 650,000. One of them was a flex deal, and then Eric King for 1.7. It's great to see the momentum that these guys have. Eric has absolutely crushed it. He is tied for number one for the first quarter of the year, and he's coming for that top spot for the year. He said it at the end of the year. He said, I'm coming for that number one position, and he is definitely on course to get there. So great job, you guys. All right, guys, last week was a really busy week for everybody. Check this out. Grab a shot of this. Share this on Instagram. Despite all the noise with NAR and commissions and everything, because here's how I look at this. An amateur is going to see all these changes that are happening in the marketplace, and they're going to panic, and they're going to be led by this narrative, right? Like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? A pro just says, you know what, I'm going to make some adjustments. I'm going to stay calm, and I'm going to work. And no matter what happens in the industry, I'm always going to stand out, and I'm always going to win. And you guys showed that. So 25 new escrows, a little shy of $18 million in production. These types of numbers you guys should be super proud of. So take a shot of that. Share that on Instagram. And then now we're going to get into, we don't have a story of the week. We actually have 3 stories of the week. So Kun, can you give me a little bit of drum roll? Take yourself off of mute really quick. I need to get you on camera really quick. All right, guys. What we're doing now is we are announcing the winners of our sales competition. As you guys know, or maybe you didn't know, missed the memo, we had a sales competition that was from February 20th to April 20th. And this was based on production. You had to have a qualifier of 3 transactions to even get in the running for this competition. And I'm happy to say that the person that won the competition first prize was Kun. Kun, congratulations on winning the first prize. You won a $1,500 travel voucher. Go to an event, go on a vacation, go on a trip by yourself. I don't care what you do, my man, but go and spoil yourself. Congratulations to you for winning first place. Dope picture. I like the picture that they chose for you on this one. My man, you want to talk about this at all?
Hard work pays off.
Show some testimony.
I don't know what else to say, but thank you guys for hosting the competition. Just really been in the field, meeting new clients, setting those appointments, getting into contract and the listing signed and everything else.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations to you, my man. Enjoy that wherever you go. Wherever you go, just make us a promise. When you use this voucher, take some pictures, tag us in the places that you go, and go out there and spoil yourself, my man, because you earned it. Let's go to the next person. Second place was Peter. Peter won himself $750. That's in either a gas card or a Costco gift certificate. He's typically in the office on Tuesdays, and he's probably on appointment. I don't know where he is, but congratulations to you, Peter. You won yourself $750. You were second place. And then last but not least, Joellen came in third place. And Joellen is the winner of a $250 Amazon gift card. So congratulations to you, Joellen. Thank you guys for everybody that competed in this competition. It was a really tight race up until the end. Some honorable mentions, Dewey, Ina, Kevin Bowie. It was a really tight race all the way up until the final hour. So congratulations to all of you. And looking forward to the next one that will probably be in a couple months. All right, guys. Speaking about events and what's coming up this week, we have our second module of our training. The first one was last week. If you have not seen that and we're not there, go to Fast Class. You'll be able to watch the video there. This week, we're going to talk about showings and buyer tours. I'll send you guys an email tomorrow of some things to get prepped and prepared for Thursday's session. But this is going to be an interactive training. It is 1 hour. We're going to have some fun with you guys. So come ready to work, ready to take notes, and ready to do some live interaction. Karina, anything you want to talk about this week's training?
be there, and it will be recorded and added to Fast Class. We've got the other one up yesterday, so please check that out. And yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, let's continue cruising on. Looking ahead this week, we have the karaoke night. Hopefully you guys are able to come out, have some fun with us. That is at 6 p.m. on Thursday. So make sure to come out, enjoy some fun with us. Karaoke, sing, rap, dance, whatever you do. All right, Molly, I'm gonna turn it over to you. This is something, if you are a newer agent, this is something you probably should mark your calendar and come out to. Molly, let's have you talk a little bit about this event this week.
Yeah, so I'll be in Oakland twice this week. I'll be there for karaoke, and then of course I will be there for new to the team. And I don't want to always it be new to the team, because there are several of you that have reached out like, can we go? Is it only for new agents? No, it's for everybody. So again, there's always something new with the team. I know it seems like things get shuffled around. They really don't. But if you need organization, if you need to figure out, okay, structure, what do I do? Who do I go to? Whether you've been on the team for a week or you've been on the team for 3 years. Again, I always say it because it's true. You onboarded differently than agents onboard today. There's so many more resources and support. Some live within the team, some live outside of the team, some live with your broker EXP. So it's a good idea just to get a grasp of where everything lives, and that's what this is for. So we will talk about tools. I will do the very basics, from your email signature to calendar setup to, you know, how do I add somebody into Real Scout? So all of those things. So roll with the punches. There's not an Eventbrite, so you do not need to message me with an RSVP. Just show up. So if you show up, I'll meet you and we'll get business handled. So see everybody on Friday.
Beautiful, beautiful. Looking forward to that. And then let me bring up one other thing. So you guys, the Eventbrite and everything will be created probably by the end of the day today, but I want you guys to mark your calendars for this event. So on Friday, May 3rd, we are doing a Hayward Mastermind. We're going to come together. It's going to be an industry mastermind that's going to be in our Hayward office. We've never hosted an event of this kind in our Hayward office. So if you know people in the area, you want to come together, join us for the mastermind. George, I'm going to have you hype this up, spread the word, because we want to make sure to pack the house. That's going to be May 3rd. All the information, all the details will be coming shortly. So make sure that you are on the lookout for that. And we'll make sure it's on the calendar for everybody. And then let me pull my slides back up so you guys can take a picture of this. 1, 2, 3, boom, bam. All right, we are back in. And let me share this. All right, once again, you guys, we want to make it a little bit easier for you. Trends, what's working, give you some audio that you can add to your library on Instagram. So when you guys are building your reels for the week, you actually have some thoughts and ideas. So make sure to grab this. If you don't have it and need it later, please feel free to reach out. But this is a way just to keep yourself very, very current about what's working, what's trending, and duration of your videos. You get some really good ideas here. And then that basically is about it. Does anybody have anything that they want to share, anything coming up, anything that they want to drop before we wrap our meeting today? Thoughts, contributions, insights?
Can you go back to the QR code, please? So I can scan it.
Yeah, you got it. All right. All right, perfect. And then Molly, where does this document live for people that were not able to get the QR code?
I don't know, because I didn't create that document.
All right, we'll drop it in Slack. All right, Catherine, you got it?
Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, other than that, any other thoughts, questions, concerns, any contributions to the team meeting before we break? George, we're coming to Hayward, bro. We're going to do a big mastermind there on May 3rd, so we want your help on promoting, bringing the people out. We'll have some fun, and make sure we pack the space.
I got you.
All right, brother. Awesome. Kenny, parting words before we cut. Perfect. Awesome. Karina, Molly, we good? All right. See you guys tomorrow for Keep It Moving. We'll see you guys in Brentwood for Synergy. If you guys haven't been able to come out to Brentwood for Synergy, highly, highly recommend that you go to Brentwood on Thursdays. It's such an incredible group of people, great for networking, great for education. And it's just a really, really dynamic setup that they have going on there. So that's 10 o'clock on Thursdays. If you need anything at all, please let us know. We'll also see you for karaoke this week. So have an amazing, amazing week. We appreciate everything that you do for the company. Peace.
Peace.